Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, I'm so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least when makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today's just going to be like a chatty, let's hang out kind of thing. I don't have anything super specific to talk about, but I kind of just wanted to pop on and say hello. I am so excited about going live on my Facebook on Monday, so if you guys don't come see me on my lives, you definitely should. I will have the link for my Facebook in the description box below, along with everything that I'm going to use in today's video. So if I don't tell you guys what I'm using, it's always in the description box below, along with all the links to my social medias and all that good stuff. If you guys are not following me on all of my socials, you definitely should be. I do all kinds of fun like reels and TikToks and all that good stuff, y'all. I just play. I play all day long, and I love it so very much. We're gonna use the Morphe Lisa Frank palette today. This was actually sent to me by one of my very lovely Facebook friends, and I love her forever. I love this palette so much. It is a I just painted my nails, so I'm trying not to screw them up because they're still a little bit wet. Speaking of, I had to leave the artificial nails off today because my nails are so thin. I have been wearing nails nonstop for like months now, and you know, every time you put a set of nails on, you have to file your nails down and all that good stuff. My nails are like paper thin, so there's like 4 layers of nail hardener on and like 3 layers of this really awesome neon green nail polish. I freaking love it so much, and this is actually what inspired this eye look today. I love neon green so much. It's just one of my happy colors. But we're gonna use this palette today. Isn't she pretty? I love her so much. Guys can see that neon green like up from a mile away. So we're definitely using this one. We're also using this one right here and a little bit of this one. Really just sticking to a couple of colors. It's not a super complicated eye look at all, but you guys know that's what we're all about here. Low effort, high impact all day long. So we're just gonna dive into it. I'm gonna go in first. I already have my eyeshadow primer on. I'm still using that NYX stuff because it's the bottle that won't end. But I'm telling y'all what, the minute I use the very last drop of it, we will have a party because I'm astounded. I am astounded that it's still there. I'm gonna go in with a super fluffy, just super cheapy sheen brush, and go into that really beautiful dark maroon color first, and then after that I'm going to go into this really pretty pink here and just kind of switch in between these two colors. Nothing super super hard. I had a brain fart there for a minute. I'm just going to start buffing this out on my outer corner, my outer V, just doing big giant circular motions, just kind of buffing that color on. But guys, I had hibachi for the first time the other day in so long. Does anybody else love hibachi as much as I do? I am a sucker for the chicken teriyaki, but I like the chicken teriyaki plus the yum yum sauce. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. And not only that, but I like to order an extra plate and bring it home. And then, because it keeps so well in the refrigerator, you can stick it in the fridge and eat on it for 2 freaking days because it's basically just rice and vegetables. So they heat up and they reheat in the microwave so well. So that's what I've been snacking on for the last, don't you just love that color? I love it so much. And it's like these Morphe, this palette in particular is fantastic. I love the quality of this palette. I love the quality of the shadows in this palette. They're so pigmented. I feel like sometimes Morphe shadows can be just a little bit dry, but these definitely are not. They've got a really nice body to them, and they really just go on the eye so beautifully. Oh, they do exactly what you want them to do, which makes me a very happy camper. Just fluffing it out. But yeah, my husband went and got me hibachi, so I've been eating on that for a couple of days. And then, guys, Netflix, y'all. I finally got my kitchen done today, and I finally took a shower, which was nice because it needed to be done. And I feel like I always have something more important to do and it just takes forever. Does it take anybody else like an hour and a half to take a shower? Because I swear I've got to sit there and I've got to wash my hair 3 times, because Lord knows once is not enough. I don't feel clean enough after once. So I've got to wash my hair 3 times, and then of course you've got to do your masks, and you've got to do your skin conditioners, and you've got to shave, and y'all, it takes me an hour and a half. And then after I get out of the shower, I have to do my hair, and then I have y'all, I'm telling you. So I usually avoid it like the plague because it takes forever. But I always feel so much better after when I just break down and do it. I always feel so much better. I feel like a human being again. I feel like a human being again. I feel like I am like everything is right with my world. So I got some laundry done today. I got a shower done today. I cleaned my kitchen. I actually cooked my husband a really, really good dinner. I made, y'all, if y'all are not Southerners, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I dipped into that pink color now, and I'm just bringing that in closer towards my inner corner and using that to smoke out that deeper purple, that deeper burgundy color. But if y'all have never had like real Southern greens, y'all are missing out. Please come over. Please let me fix you some greens, because I am telling you, once you have some, it is life-changing. It is life-changing. Like a good big old bowl of greens with some bread and some butter. Like, guys, like there is nothing better than like dipping that bread into the pot liquor. That's what the juice, like at the bottom of the pot. Because you boil your greens, right? And you boil them low and slow for a really long period of time. Because greens are pretty tough. It's a pretty tough green. So they take a little while to like get nice and soft and just like succulent. So you boil them. But after you boil them, there's this liquid in the bottom of the pot, right? And it has so much flavor. And it's salty and it's bacony and it's delicious, right? And you take a piece of crusty white bread with some butter on it and you dip it into that juice. And I'm telling you, there is no bite on earth better than that. Y'all, that's what we had for dinner today. And it was so good. I put the greens on and let them go for a couple of hours, and then threw some pork chops in the oven. And we just had greens and pork chops for dinner. And it's super, super simple and really not expensive at all. It's a really affordable dinner. But I'm telling you, it is one of my boys' favorite suppers. I actually really, really enjoy it as well. It is just so delicious. I'm taking a e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I just dipped that into a little bit of a black shadow. And I'm just going to use that on the very corner, outer V of my lid, just to bring a little bit of depth and define this outer crease a little bit. But I feel like I have done nothing but eat for the last few days. And if y'all don't know, if I've never told y'all before, I have PCOS, which means that I'm not very regular when it comes to like my monthlies. But this month is my month, and it's terrible. But y'all, when it hits, all I want to do is eat and watch TV. I want to eat and watch TV, and y'all, when I tell you I have done nothing but eat for the last 2 days, I really haven't eaten that much, but I feel like I have, because, you know, on 9 times out of 10, I really don't eat but once a day. I really usually only sit down long enough to eat supper, because I've always got so much to do. I honestly just don't remember to eat. But the last couple of days, y'all, I've been snacking like crazy. And I keep telling myself I need to slow down a little bit, but it's just so good. It's just so good. I just can't bring myself to care that awful much. So it just gave our outer corner a little bit of depth. I went back into that first brush, and I'm using that with no extra product on it, just to kind of make everything blendy and make everything work together. So y'all, I finally broke down. I know that I have been talking about the Blend Bunny Surge palette for absolutely ever. I finally broke down and I bought it. I'm so excited. I missed it Friday though. It was supposed to get delivered to the house, and they sent it to my P.O. box. So it's been sitting in my P.O. box. It's going to be sitting in my P.O. box all morning, or all all weekend. It's gonna be in my PO box all weekend, and I am just like, I am drooling at the mouth. I'm like, because I know it's there and I just can't get to it. So better believe that first thing Monday morning, I'm going to get I got the Surge palette. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. I'm gonna do so many Pride looks with that palette. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. And then I'm viewing it as like my little kind of present, because I have to go to the dentist. I have to go to the dentist. Everybody loves the dentist, right? I have to go to the dentist first thing Monday morning. So as soon as I get done at the dentist, I'm going to stop by and I'm going to pick up my palette and come home. I'll probably take a nap after the dentist though, because my mouth always hurts so bad after the dentist. But as soon as I wake up, I'm going to play with my Surge palette. I cannot wait. We're going to go into this really beautiful lime green shimmer now. And I'm just going to start packing this all over my lid. We're going to do a little bit of like a faux cut crease. This is the Lazy Girl cut crease. And it works. It works and it looks really, really pretty. I'm just taking a e.l.f. concealer brush and pressing that onto my lid. Also, this NYX base, the NYX Ultimate Shadow Primer. It's actually a pretty sticky eyeshadow primer. So it really helps for these kinds of looks, because I feel like it really grips onto the shadow. And then on top of that, the quality of these Morphe shimmers is actually really kind of fantastic. And they've got a lot of nice pigmentation to them. So they really, really stick onto the lid nicely without too much, effort, which we love. I'm also, now that I've got that first kind of base layer down, I'm going to take a little bit more with this is my NYX Bear With Me setting spray. And I'm just going to spray a little bit on my brush. And then press that right on top just to make it a little bit brighter. But I'm taking that up a little bit over my natural crease, so that way when my eyes open, you can still kind of see that it's a little bit of a cut crease. And then we're going to put a little bit of glitter on too, because I can't leave well enough alone. And I really wanted to make this as bright and lime green as I could. I just love this color combo though. There is something about like burgundy and lime green that I think is so pretty and just like visually interesting. I love it so much. So that's that. You could definitely use your finger. It is so weird. It is so weird because, like I said, I've had fake nails on for forever now, and it is so odd to be able to actually like touch my face or touch things with my actual fingertips, because I've just been using the pads of my fingers for so long. You get so used to using your fingers a certain way when you have nails on, and then once they're gone, it feels like your hands are free. It's crazy. So that's what we look like so far. I'm going to go back into that e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I'm going to dip into this really beautiful dark kind of hunter green color. And I'm going to use that on the outer portion, just a little bit of it on the outer portion. To kind of blend that lime green a little bit. Not taking a ton of it because I don't want to dull down the green at all. I just kind of want to make a little bit of a gradient effect. Just like that. Just enough to give us a little bit of depth on the outer corner. Really drive home that kind of green vibe. So pretty. And then you can definitely go back in to that first brush and just kind of clean everything up. Can you hear my husband watching? My husband has been binging. So we got Netflix last weekend. And my husband has been binging. When I say binging, like, y'all, I'm not even playing. He is literally, from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep, y'all, he has been watching Stranger Things. And him and my son are having kind of like an unspoken contest because my son was, he was like big into Stranger Things, and then my husband got into it. And then my husband was lording, or my son was lording the fact that he knew what was going to happen over my husband. So then my husband finally caught up to him, and Sean couldn't have that. So when my son stayed up all night last night, stayed up all night last night, binge watching the newest season of Stranger Things. So now Sean is ahead of Stuart again. So now Stuart has to catch up to Sean. Y'all, I don't get it. But I tell you what, I have been watching Bridgerton. Oh my goodness gracious. When I tell you that I love this show, I am a sucker for period dramas and like period TV shows, movies, anything. Anyway, like I read. I'm a voracious reader, right? And I read, historic romances and all kinds of stuff like that. I love historic romances. One of my favorite things. And Bridgerton is basically a historical romance novel brought to life, and I freaking love it. I love it so, so much. The Duke and Duchess are just about like my favorite things ever, my favorite people ever. He is an absolutely beautiful man, and she's just the sweetest thing ever, and so naive. But I have to tell you, my favorite character is 100% the little sister. And I cannot remember, I think her name's Emily, but I'm not sure. And I love her so much. She's the younger sister, but she's so sassy and smart. And I love her voice too. I don't know, she's adorable. So I'm hoping that in the next season, she has more of a role to play, because I would really like to dive into her character just a little bit more. Where I'm at right now, she is on a mission to find out who Lady Whistledown, the gossip columnist, she's on a mission to find out who she is. I have no doubt that she will. I have no doubt that she will figure it out, and it will be the person that we absolutely least expected it to be. So I can't wait for that. But right now, the Duke and Duchess are on their honeymoon and having a fantastic time discovering each other. And when I tell you, y'all, that stuff gets steamy. Whoo-wee. Whew. I like it though. I like it so, so much. So I just put a little bit of a highlight on. And then for the lower lash line, going back in to my e.l.f. eye crease brush, I'm wiping it off on my towel down here in between colors, just to make sure I'm not muddying everything up. I'm going to go into, let's go back in to that really beautiful bright pink shade, and we'll use that on the lower eye. Before we do that though, I want to do a little bit of an eyeliner. So this is the LA Colors. It's the LA Colors Neon Gel Eyeliner. This is in the shade Manic. I love this one so, so much. I'm going to do a nice thick liner on my lower waterline. These are really, really nice eyeliners. They've got a lot of pigmentation to them, and they're actually really creamy. I like these a lot. They're almost, if not a little bit better than my NYX Epic Wear liners, and you guys know how much, y'all know how much I love them. The only thing that troubles me with these liners is sometimes they get too creamy to the point where they're like almost melted a little bit, and then they just kind of like fall apart. But as long as you don't press too hard, they work beautifully. Did you know, because I didn't know, and I might just be silly, and I might just like not know anything, and that's quite possible, but do you know that LA Colors and LA Girl are like sister companies? I feel like I probably should have known that, and I don't know why I didn't, but I was unaware. I was unaware that they were sister companies, and it makes sense because, you know, LA. I mean, it's right there in the name. I should have known better. I am forever putting my pencils away and losing my pencil just because I've got stuff all over the place up here, and it's a freaking disaster area. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal eyeliner just in the shade black and do this on my upper waterline just to help my lash line look a little bit thicker and more voluminous. Keeping it right on the waterline. But yeah, it's been crazy down here. I've just been trying to like get caught up because I'll like take a minute and ignore my like household duties. So the laundry was starting to pile up. I had to get that done. Y'all, I literally have been doing laundry all stinking day and I still got so much to do. How do three people make so much laundry? I would love to know. Where does it all come from? Because y'all, I know I don't wear that many clothes. I wear maybe one outfit a day. And then when it comes not to my pajamas, I'll wear the same pair of pajamas a couple nights in a row, just because I'm wearing them to bed. It's not like they're getting dirty or anything. But I think it comes from my son, because I tell you what, it seems like every time I see him, he's in a new outfit. And I don't know why he does that, because it's not like he ever leaves his room. But I kid you not, every single time I see him, he's in a new outfit. And I know that's where all the clothes are coming from. And I finally stopped. I just dipped into a little bit of that deeper maroon color. And I'm just going to bring that right out here on the outermost edge, just to give a little bit of depth to the lower lash line as well. I'm not going to bring that any further in than about halfway, but I want to add a little bit of depth out here. So pretty. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how, and I don't know why he uses or feels the need to wear so many clothes, but I finally stopped. I lost my mind a little bit because I wash the clothes. I don't ask him to do anything but take them out to the laundry room. And 9 times out of 10, I've got to argue with him to do that, right? But then I wash the clothes. I switch the clothes over. I bring the clothes in. I fold the clothes. And then I gently and very neatly put them on his bed so that he can put them away. And 9 times out of 10, I help him put the clothes away too, because I'm just a good mom like that. Well, I went in there and I found his stash spot. So apparently he decided it wasn't even worth taking the time to put his clothes away, because heaven forbid, right? So he's been just like stashing them. He had a little stash spot where he's been like hiding his clothes and just shoving them into his drawers. And I lost my mind a little bit. And so now I no longer help him put his clothes away, and I no longer fold his clothes. So when I go in there and I have clothes for him, I take him right out of the dryer. I put them on his bed. And then he has exactly 1 hour to put them all away. Or they go into the garbage. And then I've started, and it comes to a certain point where, like, you don't want to be hateful, but you've got to teach them to be responsible. You've got to teach them that there are things that have to be done. Everybody has to do things that they don't necessarily want to do, but it's kind of a part of life. And you kind of have to learn how to do these things. And yet it's my job as his parent to teach him how to take care of himself, right? So, when I found out he's just been stashing his clothes, and then not only that, but instead of putting his clothes away, he throws them into his hamper. So that way I just have to wash them all over again. And then not only does that cost me time and effort, but that costs me money too, because I'm spending twice as much money on laundry detergent and, water and soap and power and all that good stuff. So, and not only that, y'all, but I was finding clothes in his hamper that were still freaking folded. So I just started putting all of the folded clothes and the clean clothes that I find into trash bags, and I'm donating them. And if a point comes where he doesn't have anything to wear, because obviously he doesn't respect the clothes that he has, or he would take better care of them. So when he wakes up one day and realizes that he doesn't have any clothes to wear and asks me where all of his clothes are, I will very, very politely tell him that I donated them to little boys that respected their clothing more than he respects his. And if he would like to have anything to wear, then he can do some chores and earn money and go buy his own clothes, because the not respecting our belongings is done. Mama's not playing that game anymore. So let me know, how do you guys handle your teenagers? How do you handle the whole life kind of thing? Like, he just doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to sit on his bed on his phone all day and let life happen around him. And I'm fine with that. But when I ask you to do something, you need to do it, because I'm trying to teach you how to be a self-sufficient adult. And he's just, he's stubborn, but we're gonna get there. So I just did a little bit of eyeliner, guys. I have been playing around with my pigments here recently, because I've got I want to learn how to play with pigments, and I'm trying to like explore new avenues of makeup. So this is a Shop Miss A pigment. This is in the shade Potion. This is a beautiful pigment. So what I do is I just put a little bit on my desk down here, and I mix a little bit of like setting spray or mixing pigment with it. I mix that up with a eyeliner brush, and then I just kind of brushed it along my lash line. It's not a big difference, but it is there. And you guys know I'm all about the little details. So I did a little bit of that, and then I'm also going to bring just a touch of that on my lower lash line as well. And the great thing about this is, if you use like any kind of mixing medium or setting spray, y'all, once that stuff sets down, it is set. And it's not going anywhere. And I have tested this with my super watery eyes. And I can say with a lot of happiness that this is very much watery eye approved. It lasts, it doesn't wash away, as long as you can keep it there until it fully sets, because it will wash away if it's still wet and you like water up or tear up. But as long as you get it set and it dries down, it's not going anywhere. Tears don't move it. The only thing that's going to get it off is like makeup remover, and I love it so very much. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a mascara, still using my Maybelline Curl Bounce mascara. I really enjoy this mascara, but I can tell it is getting to the end of its shelf life. I actually was at Burke's probably a while ago, and I found a bottle of MAC mascara, and I have never tried MAC mascara before, so I think that's the one that I'm going to open up after this one, just because I'm so excited to try it. I always hear so many good things about MAC mascara. And I've never really tried a MAC product before, period, because MAC is pretty pricey. And I was going to break down and go on their website and see if there was anything on there that like I couldn't live without, or that I thought was just so interesting. I kind of had to have, because I got a little bit of a gift for my birthday. So I had a little bit of money to play with. But what I ended up doing, because their stuff was so expensive, I ended up going on Amazon and placing an Amazon order. So I have all kinds of stuff being delivered in the next week. I got some pigments, and I got some water activated liner, all kinds of good stuff. And guys, I got all of that stuff for about as much as it would have costed me to get like 2 or 3 things from MAC. So guys, I am a bargain hunter at heart. It just, I legitimately could not pay. I could not pay that much money for like a single eyeshadow. It was insane to me. And like, I know that MAC is amazing, and that their makeup is like iconic, but I really just couldn't do it. So I went on Amazon and I found all kinds of really fun stuff that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I just cannot wait. I also got a couple of those like diamond paintings. because my son and I love puzzles so much. We are puzzle doers. And I found these diamond paintings, and you take basically like rhinestones, and you have like this little pen, and you like, I'm not sure how to do it. I've never done one, but from what I saw, you take rhinestones and you basically stick them on this mat and create a painting. It's basically like color by numbers, but with rhinestones, and I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. So I'm stoked. I got a couple of those. I got all kinds of good stuff. But guys, this is the end of our eye look. What do we think? Oh no, it's not the end yet. I still have to put some glitter on. So this is the Okalan Euphoria Glitter Palette. I get this off of wanderlustbeauty.com. I think I paid like $10 for this palette, but I really enjoy the glitters in here. You've got all kinds of really beautiful glitters. I think I'm going to use a little bit of these two down here. So this green one and then this yellow one as well. I think I'm going to keep the green closer to the outer edge just so it doesn't darken up my look too awful much. And then we'll keep this really beautiful yellow color more towards the front, just to add some more brightness and some more sparkle. But the great thing about these glitters is they're so tiny, and they actually have like a good amount of moisture to them. It's not like it's not glitter suspended in KY jelly or anything like that. You guys know the kind of glitters that I'm talking about. They're terrible. This is really just a really beautiful pressed glitter formula, and they stick to the eye beautifully. I've never had to worry about any kind of like fallout or it falling into my eyes or anything like that. And then they're just so beautifully reflective, and they give the eye so much movement. I love it so much. So if you're looking for a good glitter palette, I highly recommend this one for $10. And guys, glitter's expensive. Oh, speaking of, I have a Shein order coming too. I ordered all kinds of little glitters and just all kinds of stuff. So expect a couple of really fun hauls coming soon. I also placed a Shop Miss A order as well. So we've got all kinds of fun stuff coming up here in the next couple of weeks. On top of that, next week's True Love Tuesday is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I haven't recorded it yet, but I have been doing the research for it. And I love this lady. I love her so very much, and I really hope that you guys enjoy listening about her story as much as I am going to enjoy telling it. I know it's just going to be such a good one. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and, being here for this super chatty get ready with me. I love the eye look that we came up with. Nothing super special, but it is really beautiful, super easy to achieve, and super high impact as well. I'll probably definitely pair this with a really beautiful nude glossy lip. As always, I will post the finished pictures over on my Facebook and my Instagram. The tags and handles for all of that will be in the description box below, along with everything that I used in today's video. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with my makeup. Hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. I love you so very much. I know your time is precious, and I'm so grateful you choose to spend it with me. Until next time, my loverlies, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave me a thumbs up. They mean so much more to me than you guys will ever know. Let me know that you're enjoying the content. Let me know that, or any suggestions you guys have, please feel free to put in the comments below. Any kind of feedback is always welcome. Until next time, my loves, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.